All right. I know I'm like really early. Let me get my load. Let me get loaded up here. um, and mute. And oh, sorry. Change this. And we're just gonna work on the Sherman. How's that? And we'll go back. Can we get back? Of course not. That would be too easy. Drives you crazy. There we are. There we are. Okay. Anyway. So that buzzing is, I'm ripping I'm re-ripping all my music CDs. Because I have to. Excuse me. Still allergy season. So I have been kind of goofing off here. I tied up one project. I'm trying to get this other project tied up. I finally got got that sanded out there. I cut that out. I finally got it sanded and blended now to where I'm happy with it. So I can start painting that. The only thing I'm really trying to figure out what I'm going to do is the hull numbers. I got a custom hull number, obviously. So I needed something brain dead to work on. So what could possibly be more brain dead than Tamiya armor? Right? I mean, that's just the fact. Tamiya armor is pretty brain dead. So, there we go. So, to catch everybody up on what's been going on in the world of stuff on my end of things, I haven't been doing much. I guess let me catch everybody up to speed, right, on things that you may or may not care about. How's that? Oh. It's starting to get cold here. All the mosquitoes are dead, which is good. I like that. So right now we are waiting for it's got to go that way, doesn't it? Okay. So right now we were waiting for all the pollen and stuff to quit flying around and to be able to breathe again. And that's coming around. But really the important news is I had my cardiology appointment on Friday morning, and he gave me a clean bill of health, at least as far as my heart goes. So it appears that was all an unfounded worry, maybe, or something. I don't know. So we're not dealing with that anymore. So that gives me a clean bill to go hiking and stuff and doing some stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start a blog, and it's going to include all kinds of crazy things, but it's mainly going to be about me well, not about me, but about getting healthy and stuff again and getting back into the swing of things and making better choices and all that stuff. So, oh, there it is. So yeah, looking forward to that. That's going to be fun. And yeah, and I'm not sure. Am I going to do this open or closed? Open or closed? Open or closed? Open or closed? I don't know yet. I might just close it. Leave this thing sealed up. Anyway, if you've heard me talk about this vehicle before, the detail on it is pretty unimpressive. The grab handles and such are just unimpressive. They're unimpressive. That's what they are. So I'm not really too concerned about how this... I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on this, is what I'm saying. So earlier today, I put the fender brackets on. There really isn't that much left here. I need to kind of look at the instruction booklet here and see, but it doesn't appear that there is a whole lot to do. So let's take a look here. There we go. There we go. Okay. Okay. So did all these. Okay, and all these. That's all done. That's all done. So that step's done. Doo-doo-doo-doo. I got this whole thing. Is that all done? It looks like that's all done. I don't know why I didn't cross that off. Those are in. That's in. Those are on. Now these are all on, so that's done. The rear lights are not on. That is. So I just need the jack handle. Is that a jack handle or a starter handle? It's probably the starter handle. Huh? Inertial starter. So I need the lights. So I haven't put the lights on. If I put the lights on, that would mean that I could cross that step off. I'm getting there. I'm going to put this over here so I don't lose it. So, no, it says I crossed that off. Oh, it is under there. You just can't see it. That's all on here. Yep. So I just need the tail lights, and then I can cross that stuff off. Okay. L29. L29. I don't know which one's L anymore. Oh. No, that's 3. That's A3. A29. L. 29 and 30. Is that what we're looking for? It is. Okay. Ugh. So. So do I not need? I do not. So I'm completely cutting the sprue gate off of here. Totally. Okay, there's 29. And there's 30. Okay. So let's get these guys cleaned up and mounted. That was a pretty good cut. There's really nothing to clean up. At least on this one. Yeah, that one came off really nice. This one didn't come off as nice, but it came off pretty nice. Oh man, I'm getting tired of these allergies. Okay. Yes, I am. Okay. So anyway, just wondering why these are two different part numbers. Why are they handed? Because it doesn't look like there's any reason they should be. Because we can, that's why. And so this is supposed to just go like that. Okay. Yeah, okay. So I'm sure that most of you are aware of the crash of 909. There's all kinds of scuttle going around. I'm not going to speculate at all on that. I think it's a shame. But what I find interesting is the whole. Every time something like this happens, we have the whole discussion about, well, should they be flying these things and blah 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 blah. And I will tell you and know without reservation, yeah, I think they should be flying them. There are plenty in museums and the airplanes fly them. And I say the same thing about classic cars, Corvettes, things like that. Drive it. That's what it's for. There's no, my opinion, there's no good reason to not use a machine for what it's built for. And do you take a risk? You absolutely, you do take a risk. But you also take a risk if it's just sitting in a hangar somewhere, or I mean, look what happened at the Corvette Museum 2 years ago now, where the big hole opened up in the floor and sucked up a couple of high dollar Corvettes. I mean, kind of the same idea, right? It's you can't protect everything. We can't protect everything, nor should we. But that's my opinion. This one's done for sure. As is this one. Oop. So anyway, so doctor's appointment. Well, I haven't really started looking too hard for work. I got a couple of lines on some stuff. I'm really hoping to get some other things going to where I don't have to go back to a 9 to 5. But, you got to do what you got to do. And sometimes these other things take time. So, there's that. So where are we here? So I need to build these. R. What's R? R is in ridiculous. That's not R. R9. Oh, this must be R. Oh, this is R. All right. Track links with individual horns. These ought to be fun. Make 6. Well, that's good because there happens to be 6 on here. Okay, so there's those. Then here's the horns. Okay. I'm going to go here to my trusty saw. So I'm going to use this on the one side here. Use the fine side. And then the other piece, the other gate, I'll snip off. But these top ones, by using the saw, then I don't have any cleanup. So that's why I'm doing this way. This eliminates me having to do a cleanup on the visible part of the tooth. All right. Now the super secret, some of you, if you remember the super secret F-16 project, I got that done and in the case, and it will be delivered Thursday. I'm going to Denver Thursday, and then I'm flying to California for a couple days, and I'm flying back. I was hoping to deliver the Coral Sea also. I don't know that I will have it done in time. I have really been the Coral Sea, and we've talked about this, but the Coral Sea has been really a challenge for me. Not that it's not that it's a difficult build. It's that the kit sucks, and I'm not happy with it. But it's one of those things where it's not about me, right? It's not about me and what I'm happy with. It's for my brother-in-law. He showed me a picture of somebody else that a shipmate of his had one done, and it was just the. So he showed me his picture, and I'm like, well, that's just a midway, with the. It's just a midway with the hull number changed, but he seemed to be happy with that, and I'm like, it's not the right refit. It's not the right. It's different. And again, it's one of those things where you have to, some place in the back of your mind, you have to remember this isn't really for you. Yeah, you're not happy with it, but it doesn't matter whether you're happy with it or not because it's not for you. And I know there's people that will argue that and say, well, we should always do the best we can for these guys. And you're right, we should, and I agree. But sometimes they just don't care. And as much as we would like to think, that they remember every little detail about their craft or their ship or their vehicle or whatever, they don't. They don't. Some do, very few. Most don't remember. We know way more about the stuff than they do in a lot of cases. That's just life. It's just real life. I don't know what to say about that other than it's just real life. Okay. Man, these track leaks suck too. Come on. Whoa. Where did it go? Did you hear that? It went ping and off it went. Ugh. I have to find it. That's going to be fun. All I did was touch it with a freaking glue brush and it goes bing. And now this one has stuck itself to the mat. Come on. Really? I broke this one. That kind of sucks. It sure sounded like it went in the box. Where the heck did it go? No. We'll build these other two first. Then we'll worry about where that one went. That's just crazy. Now, if worst comes to worst, I can just leave that thing off. And hide the fact that it's missing with a tarp or something. Right? Because that's what we do with armor. But let me see if I can find it real quick here. I heard it go this way. There it is. Right there. How easy was that? Silly thing. You silly thing. That blows me away that that happened. But whatever. Okay, there we go. So I'm going to let those dry up a little bit here, and then I'll sand them. And we'll place them on the hull at 21, so we can cross off 21. And there's a good section of 22 that's done. And we're not far from having this thing assembled. I need to decide if I'm gonna use the figure. You know, the figure looks really nice, but what concerns me is that the kit is eh. You know, we talked about before the grab handles and stuff. So I'm kind of reluctant to go to the trouble of using the figure. Which may or may not make sense to anybody, but you know, just the way I am, I guess. So I'm actually going to cut all this excess stuff off of here, because the only thing left on here is the figure, and I'm going to throw that up here in a box. Okay. I could empty my trash. Okay, what do we got here? This is just all the light guards. Some implements there. What else do we have here? I don't know if there's anything we need on those sprues. Okay. Moving on. So what I need to do with these is there's little screw gates on these. Come on, camera.
Well, not really, but she's sort of like the coordinator for the mascots.
Oh,
So.
you can do it. Focus, focus.
Subject college trip.
Whatever. Like that. Not going to do it, is it? Anyway, so I got to clean the screw gates up on these. Now I am, you may have already figured this out, but I am definitely planning on painting everything in place on this one. And a good part of that is because it's just, I'm not that impressed with it. It's a good, easy kit. It's a good, easy, brain dead kit, which is what I was looking for. However, pin marks and all that stuff that are all over this thing are unspectacular. Unspectacular, is that a word? Well, it is now. So. Okay, so let's see here. Again, the Tropical Shine emery board, or whatever you want to call it. I'm using the 400 grit side on the to finish these nubs off. The 400 grit is really nice for most things. This is 400 on one side and 600 on the other. And like I said, I find the 400 is the go-to grit. There we go. So I got to tell you, so when I was at the cardiologist on Friday, I was a bit shocked when they came back and said, "You're fine, there's nothing wrong, go home." Because I wasn't expecting that at all. So it was kind of like, what? You want me to do what? I can go home? And that's not to say that I wasn't happy, because I was. But I just, like I said, was not expecting to be told, "Oh, just go home." We don't need you here. Why are you here? Go home. Um, so yeah, that was kind of exciting. Maybe exciting isn't the right word, but it was. I don't know. I don't know what my wife and daughter are making all that noise for. But they are. There's a little bit of fuzz on there. Take care of that right quick. Just like that. Flip it around. Drop these in here. Something like that. How's that? That'll work. Okay. So what we got here now? Done, 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 done. That bar is on. This guy's on. Hooks. Okay. This is obviously already done. Okay. So what do we need? We need I think we're gonna need the saw. Where's the saw? Things like this is where this thing shines. Little delicate stuff. Right? And oh, I don't have that bar. Is that this? 23? It is. Okay, well, we need this. Okay, so let's get that off. All right. Cut it off here. Okay. Again, the whole point behind using the saw is to eliminate the cleanup. There is very, very, very little cleanup left after using it. Let's place that there. And boom. Okay. There's that. There's that. Now we need these two things. Now, where are they? Oh, they're right here. And these things go in those two spots, and I will tell you without a doubt, I have no idea what these are. But we'll cut them off of here. And attach them. Man, they have nasty ejection pin mark in them. Now you might think I'm crazy cutting against my finger like this, but you're not gonna, this won't cut you. I mean, it will, but not not enough that you need to worry about it, that's for sure. So it looks like you know, as far as the channel morphing into something a little more interesting, or I don't know whether interesting is the right word, but we're gonna do some stuff. We're gonna do some giveaways. I'm gonna go through my stash. Jeff has graciously offered to possibly provide some giveaways. So we're gonna start doing some more giveaways and stuff, and maybe we'll do some group builds for those giveaways or something. I have multiple things in my stash that, if I'm being realistic, I'm never gonna build them. And that doesn't mean there's anything wrong with them. It just means I'm not going to build them. So, you know, things like that will end up using as giveaways. And giveaways are always fun because a lot of times you end up with something that's completely out of your normal genre. And that can be fun, or it can create anxiety, I guess, depending on who you are. But it's fun for me. I like to be able to figure out a way to make it so you have to build it. You know, but there's obviously no way to do that. I can't come to your house and go, okay, have you built that giveaway yet, or what? That would be fun. Okay, so 11, 1 and 2. And then there's 8. Is that all that's left on here? It is. Okay, I'm going to clip these out. So here's 8. The reason I'm clipping these out is they're pretty thick. Where'd it go? Over here. And the sprue gates on these are kind of ridiculous. So it's a pretty safe operation. You notice I turn the sprue around. It's because then it leaves it in my dominant hand and in my dominant direction. So I don't have to guess. Don't have to take the chance of really screwing stuff up. Okay, that was 1 and that was 2. Now these I'm probably going to have to flip. I am, because I can't really get to them from the other side. It's all the way over there. Okay, make sure there's nothing else on here. There's not. Okay. Get it off the bench. Throw that junk away. Don't keep it. I know a lot of you guys keep all that stuff, but you know what? At some point, you just need to get rid of it. You don't need to keep every little thing around. Oh, I might use it. Yeah, you might. You might. However unlikely. It's unlikely. Trust me, I'm speaking from experience. You know how many boxes of P47 parts I still have? Well, you don't, because I don't either. Right? I don't know what's going on upstairs, but something's going on. Ooh, I think we're having meatloaf tonight. Good stuff. Okay. That one I got good, it looks like. Now, a lot of times, it's better for you if you can leave, like on these, this top nub here on these, the one that's on the top, that'll be a heck of a lot easier to get off of there once these things are glued in place. So just something to think about. You might want to just do that. Just leave it be until you get this glued down. I'm doing these sides, but I'm being very, very, very gentle because they're very fragile. Okay, now I just got to figure out which one's which. The two back ones for the taillights are handed. Brett, how are you? I'm just gluing plastic. You know how it is. Trying to get through allergy season. Oh. Move my stuff around. Okay. Now, where are we at here? So this one's going to go here. You know what? I don't think that I'm going to be able to get in there with this. So I'm going to do this right here, right now. Usually, like I was saying, I will glue this stuff on and then I will take the edges off of it. But that just didn't appear to gonna be working. Oh, well, look at this. They only give you... Oh, I can't put that on because if I do that, I won't be able to put the lens in there. Okay. Well, I will put this one on. I can do that, right? I can. Just like that. You guys can't see nothing. That's all right. So I just put that one. I can't put these two on because there's lenses that go in there. So I'm not sure. I'm just going to throw these in here for now. That's a good place to put parts when you're building armor. Put them inside the hull. May sound silly, but you know what? It works. All right. Hey, if you guys haven't been over and checked out Brett's channel, you need to go check out Brett's channel. He's always building something cool. I mean, he's a lot better at explaining things than I am. Put the guards on and install lenses later with the wax pencil you showed us last week. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. I think I'll do that. Hey, you can stop by any time. Excellent idea. That little wax pencil thing is pretty neat. I like it. And it wasn't that expensive. It was a couple of bucks. I don't know how long it'll last, but we'll find out. These guards must be like the weak spot. These must be the weak spot of every Sherman kit, at least that I've ever built. It's like, man, if you were to scale these out, these things gotta be huge.
What is this garbage? The water list.
All right, let's see here. I got to fill up my MEK. My MEK is getting low. My mom's like that. It's like, all right, English was my worst subject. You want me to do some math or build you something? Fine. You want me to spell something? Fine. You want me to do correct grammar? Forget it. And I don't know why that is. It just never made any sense to me. It's like, well, yeah, you just start a new paragraph when you change the subject. Well, but like, when does that happen? Because the whole paper is about the same subject, so I don't really get it. Grammar always seems really vague to me, unlike math and science and that kind of stuff. Okay. Let's see, where are we? Okay, that's done. That's done. That one. That one. That one. That one. That one. Lifting hooks is all we got left on this step. Cool. Right there. A1. Okay, so this is a perfectly good example of something you do not. Well, you can trim it on the, before you mount it, but there's no reason to. You're just making life difficult for yourself. So I'm going to cut these out. There's a lot of extra parts on these screws, so they definitely knew when they were making this that the Korean War version was coming too, because they just made it all at once. Okay. And it looks like those go right here on these little spots, right? Right. So I don't know if the camera will show this, but if you can see that, focus there. See how I left the nub on it? I will sand that off later. I'm not worried about that at all. If you try and remove that now, you will drive yourself crazy. So don't, unless you want to drive yourself crazy. I mean, you're welcome to. It's, completely your prerogative if you want to drive yourself crazy. But I don't want to drive myself crazy. Whoop. This might actually be a good place for super glue. But this will probably work just fine. I don't know why they didn't put holes. I really doubt this was an original Tamiya mold, because there's just too many weird things that just are un-Tamiya like, Whoa. I think I'm a little too close to that MEK on that one. Woo! Okay. Next side. Wow, yeah, that's pretty wicked. I definitely got a good whiff of that. Man, these are just butt joints. Close enough. Really don't like this kit. I have a really bad habit of not caring that much about kits that I don't like. But I'll finish it. Oh. Okay. Let's see. A1. A1. Blah, 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 blah. 22's done. 23 we finished before. 24 is done. 25 won't be done until after painting, because that's the... This is Tamiya 35 346. This one. My youngest son got one, and then I got one, and he finished his long time ago. And I mean, he just blew through his like crazy. But this is not the Tamiya Tasco one. This is, I don't know what mold this is. It's just, it's really reminiscent of, the 1970s Tamiya stuff. So I guess if you look at it that way, yeah, I guess it is Tamiya. But I don't know. So 25 is a searchlight and the turret. I did a lot of the turret already. I've skipped around quite a bit. So this can go up here because we're the hull's done. So now we're just working on the turret. The hull's done. Here's the tracks. Excuse me. Ow. So yeah, that's the windows and the cupola. It's a really weird kit. I love that kit. The only thing I did wrong was got the tracks to then they bowed in. Pretty sure it's new tool. And I think it is new tool, but I guess the thing that bugs me about it is you have like the handles and stuff on the hatches are just molded in bumps, you know, rather than actual loops. You know, come on, focus. It's not going to focus. Anyway, but like the handles on the hatches, the vision port guards and stuff are 3D or whatever you want to call it. But like here, this hatch handle is just a bump. I mean, it's not and yeah, I could have cut them off and redone them, but I didn't. Because I build armor to relax. Same reason I build cars. I build cars to relax. Yeah, right. And it's just kind of weird to me that they would even do that anymore. But it's okay. I mean, it's a pretty good kit, and it'll look, you know how I am. I do it old school. I'm going to spray it. I'm going to put a wash on it. I'm going to dry brush it. I'm going to hit it with some buff and the airbrush to do some dust and flat coat it. That's just my MO. So it'll be fine. You know, it'll be fine. It's just this weird mix of the old and the new, I guess. I'm not sure what the deal is. So it's a good kit. I'm just not crazy about it. Not crazy about it. Okay, searchlight. We'll do just like that. I'm going to hit that from the bottom. Can I get to it from the bottom? Yep. Okay. And what else? Okay, where are we at? Searchlight. That's done, that's done. Cupola, we can't do that. Vision, that's done. That step's done. Tell you this, the upper of the hull is really good though, even left in its removable state. You know, I think I glued mine, but I'm not sure. It looks like I did. You're right, though. You're right. It fit really well. Yeah, and you know the lower hull details pretty good on it. The bottom of the hull and whatnot. So it's not it's not horrible, but I did the Academy M4A2, the Russian one, and it was really good. I know a lot of people don't like Academy armor, and I don't know why, but it had separate hatch handles and stuff. So in my opinion, the detail on the Academy Sherman, at least that M4A2 that I built, was better. Better, whatever that means. So let's see here. Where are we at here? Okay, so I built the hatch. This is on. That's on. So that's there. That's there. This hatch is in. What is this? Oh, that's the... Those are the mounts for something. So I haven't put those on yet. I haven't put that in. This is on. This is on. Those things are not. That's for the... That's where the 50 snaps into place. And then there's the 50 cal. So I got to put the... Where's the guard go on? That's interesting. So they show... Oh, it goes on right here. A29. Alright, I better put that on before I miss it. I did the M4A3 with the teeth order. Yeah, very nice. Yeah, launcher. Yeah. I would definitely build more Academy Shermans. I jacked up the M10. I melted the hull. So I've got an M10 that's like partially built that needs a new hull. What is this? A29. A29. Oh, there's A29. Okay, A29, the little vision port cage. Okay. We're going to go back to the little saw because it's perfect. Again, it's perfect for this stuff. This is where it shines. There's a coarse teeth. There's coarse and fine. And I very rarely ever use the coarse. There's really no reason to. The fine works fine. Ha ha. Okay, and off it comes. Now, just a little tiny bit of flash. Let's see if I can get that off of there without breaking this. Yep. Okay. Yeah, the M10. I think the next thing I'm gonna build armor wise is probably I don't know. I'm thinking about building that Israeli M60. That looks like fun. You know, that looks like it's in the right place, just like that. Wow, that was a big blotch of glue, wasn't it? And that's fine. Just don't touch it. Just don't touch it. You get too much MEK on there, just don't touch it. It'll dry. It's kind of like decal set. Don't touch it. Whatever you do, don't touch it. Can't touch this. No. Never mind. Never mind. Forget I did that. Okay, that's gone. So all that's left on that is the cupola. These two little tiny parts. Little tiny parts. These like 4-piece jerry cans. I'm not impressed with. So I don't know what I'm going to do with those. But I am going to. So really all I got left here is these. I'm assuming these are like windage indicators or something up here. Or wind indicators or whatnot. And then there's the 50 cal. And then there's the antenna mount and the brackets to mount the 50 cal when they're not using it. So with all that being said, I'm going to put this on first. And that way I can install the turret on the hull and use that to hold everything in place while I install those little bitty parts. Wow, that looks really fat. Was the hull on the... It must just be those fender extensions, huh, that make it look a lot wider. Or maybe because it's a welded hull, it looks wider than a cast hull. I don't know. Anyway. So, I can use this to hold things while I get these other parts. So these are all K's. ¿Qué pasa? ¿Qué? Yeah, so there's 34. Where is it? K20. K20. Okay. K34. 24, 26. A25. Okay, there's 34. 24, 26. 25. Where's 25 go? Oh, over there. And then A25. So let me get A25 out of here. There it is. We'll just cut this one out. Okay, that should be it for the A sprue. I don't think we need anything else off of the A sprue. Okay, and then that goes there. Make sure you get the whip. What I'll do later is when I get ready to put an antenna in it, if I do, because a lot of times I don't bother because they kind of get in the way in the display case, is I will I'll either take a hot piece of brass and stick in there like a hot needle or something so that I can put the antenna in, or a lot of times you can just super glue it in that notch and it's fine. But we'll see. Yeah, I'm definitely not a fan of these. Of these jerry cans or gas cans. I guess they're not jerry cans if they're, well, they're jerry cans either way. We always called them jerry cans. I still have one out in the garage. All right, there's that. And then these three little pieces here. This little piece went wee wee all the way home. Oh, I cracked myself up. Okay. Oh, we need K16 too, which is the gun mount, the 50 mount. That's pretty poor. It's okay. Man, these are some little delicate. This is some delicate stuff here. Holy cow. Really delicate. Okay. Let's see here. Not worried about that right now. So this. Goes there. Okay. $25. Where does it go? Right there. So this is 25. It's going to go there. And it actually has, there's some cleanup to do. But I will do that after I get it mounted here. Come on, you turkey. There it is. There's a little bit of a screw gate right there on top of that I got to come back and take care of. And we will do that. Okay, now, okay, so this one, man, I'm glad these aren't PE. That would suck. There's that. And that one goes just like that. Oh, come on. Come on. Oh. Problem with using MEK is it dries quick.
The light is like
There we go. Okay. So we'll let that stuff set up here for a second while we clean up this. Yeah, this thing's pretty bad. Not a great mount. Boom. Okay. Blade. Scrape, scrape, scrape. Scrape, scrape, scrape. And just like that. So, what do I need to do now? I need to go back and clean up these two nubs here, and here and here, and this one up here. And that's it. And we're ready to go to the paint booth with this guy. I still have to decide whether I'm going to use the figure or not. I'm kind of leaning toward using the figure. I've gotten decent enough, I think, at painting figures that they're believable, and I like including them for the sense of scale. So I might do it. We'll see. But right now I'm going to clean these up, and we're done. Now, on a curved surface, if you just kind of let the cutter do its own thing, it will follow the curve pretty well. And then you can just come in here. Where's my little pieces? I gotta make some more pieces. Cut these up into manageable sizes. Okay, there's that. And that. These look pretty good. I think that's it. Time. Other than the 50 cal, and I may not put that on because I'll just break it off. You know how I am, but yeah. So here's the 50 cal. I'll put him up here on the box. Put that up here in the box with the Commander. And I guess I'll keep those 55-gallon drums, or those, not 50, the gas cans, because I guess I should. And I'll throw the tracks in there, and let me bring this over here. I'll throw these guys up here too. So, this thing goes together really quick. I mean, it took me a long time because I'm doing 47 other things at once. But it's not horrible. This would be a really good, my opinion, would be a really good intermediate level kit, I guess. Because it's got a lot of little parts, but it's not a crazy amount of little parts. Like, what? I have the Bronco SU-152 because I'm insane. I think it's got 1,200 parts. Like 700 of those is track links. What was I thinking? Yeah, I don't know either. But so what's going to happen with this now is it'll get set off to the side until I get a chance to spray it. But sometimes you just need to do something to feel like you got something done. I got the F16 done last night. The case for it is pretty much done. I need to clean it up a little bit. They were a little crazy with the sealer, with the RTV, the clear RTV they used to put the tank together. So I need to clean that up a little more. And but that thing's ready to go. I need to pack it. And the next thing that I need to get done is the Coral Sea here. And it's not really much further than it was the last time it's been seen in public. But what is different about it is I finally got this here. Where is it? I finally get this section here smooth, where I'm happy with it. I got the little divots and stuff. There was, I'd prime it and there were still some little things there, and I was like, that's going to be pretty visible, and no, I can't have that, so I fixed it. Okay, so I think that's going to be it for now. I am. What is that? Disc 2 of Substance. I'm ripping all my music CDs again because I haven't done it in quite a long time, and I lost a lot of them, and so I'm ripping them in FLAC, MP3 and FLAC, and anyway, it takes time. So I'm doing that and this all at the same time. But hey, that's enough for now, I guess. How long have we been on? How long has this thing been on? I don't know. An hour and 35 minutes? You guys put up with me that long? I'm sorry. I really am. Hey, that's it for now. Um, I won't be around next weekend. I'm not going to get home until sometime. Uh, Catch you later, Brett. Thanks for stopping by. Because I won't be getting home until 8 o'clock Sunday night. Um, but yeah, we'll go from there. As usual, take care of the people you love, and we'll see you next time. Bye.